About 3 months ago, I posted a video introducing a new fund I'd started, the Don't Be a Mitch Fund. The goal was to recreate the success that we saw from Stacey Abrams in Georgia, wherein years of on-the-ground organizing and voter registration and outreach paid off in a big way as Democrats flipped 2 Senate seats in Georgia from red to blue. My plan was to help ensure that Mitch McConnell would never again be the Senate Majority Leader by investing in voter outreach and registration in even more states, specifically the states with the closest Senate races in 2022. Those states are Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, Iowa, Ohio, all of which we can flip, along with Arizona and Georgia, which we need to hold. In just 3 months, we've already surpassed $500,000, $500,000. In fact, we raised so much money that I even added Texas to the fund, with Beto O'Rourke's Powered by People. Now, the goal here is simple. We can't just start paying attention in September or October of an election year and expect to be able to make the changes we need to win elections. That's why it is so monumentally important to invest now, to register new voters, to make contact with them, to get them engaged and organized, and to keep them informed. I know that most people like to tune out politics when there's no election, but the danger of taking an apathetic approach to politics is so glaringly obvious right now. The right to an abortion in the United States is on the verge of disappearing. Our election infrastructure is being replaced to make it easier for Republican legislatures to replace nonpartisan officials with party loyalists. Climate change is being ignored even as storms and droughts and hurricanes and wildfires continue to rip across the country. What we do today will determine how these issues are going to be resolved tomorrow. And Republicans know that when people turn out to vote because of these very issues, that they lose. That is why they've erected so many barriers to making voting more difficult. That's why they're taking away drop boxes in early voting. That's why they're taking away weekend voting. That's why they're purging voting rolls. That's why they're implementing voter ID laws that discriminate against low-income and minority Americans. That's why they're gerrymandering Democrats out of government, because they know that they're on the wrong side of the issues that matter, but that so long as they can ensure fewer votes get cast, that they will continue to hold on to power in districts and states across the country. Republicans figured out the key to all of this. That's why they are so hell-bent on blocking voter access, which is the same reason that we have to do everything humanly possible to ensure that we can. So with everything at stake in these elections, from women's reproductive rights to gun control to healthcare to immigration to the very future of this planet, it is not enough anymore to just show up at the polls on election day. Our job is to ensure that as many people as possible are able to vote. That means supporting these organizations like our partners at the Don't Be a Mitch Fund, the New Georgia Project, Pennsylvania Stands Up, Black Leaders Organizing Communities in Wisconsin, Advanced Carolina, Ohio Organizing Collaborative, Florida Rising, Living United for Change in Arizona, Iowa Citizens for Community Improvement, and Powered by People in Texas. And by the way, I know this is aimed at winning Senate seats, but this will help the House too. This fund doesn't benefit candidates, it empowers voters. So when we register voters in Iowa, for example, they're not only voting for the Democratic candidate for the Senate, they're also going to be voting for the Democratic candidates for the House. That is specifically why I'm not raising money for ads that'll enrich some TV executives, not raising money for candidates that'll pay for expensive consultants. I'm here raising money to invest in the voters, because the point isn't helping someone get rich, it should be ensuring that everyone has a say in our democracy. And look, I get it. It is a sad commentary on American politics that we even have to do this. That in a country that fashions itself the beacon of democracy in the world, that we have to beg for donations so that Americans are able to exercise their right to vote. And you'd be right. But the fact is that years of apathy and complacency, coupled with the rise of far-right authoritarianism, have landed us in the place that we're in today. So we can either lament the fact that we're in this place, or we can move to fix it. I think we should fix it. So if you have a few dollars to spare, please consider donating to this fund. The link is in the post description of this video. It's done entirely through ActBlue, so 100% of donations go to the organizations. I don't see a cent of it. You can also go to my website, briantylercohen.com, and buy Don't Be a Mitch related merchandise, where 100% of the profits go directly to this fund. The simple fact is that this is what it takes to win. So if you feel like your tweets screaming into the void are useless, your emails to politicians aren't having any impact, your phone calls to their offices are getting ignored, then this is a way to make a tangible impact and invest in an actual solution. So thank you for donating and for helping ensure that Mitch McConnell never again takes power in the United States Senate. To see more videos like this, click the subscribe button right here on this screen. And if you want to support my work, subscribe to my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. I cover the most important stories each week, and my guest is always one of the top political figures, including Vice President Kamala Harris, Jen Psaki, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Nancy Pelosi, Katie Porter, Cory Booker, and so many more. The podcast link is also right here on this screen, so give it a listen and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.